Right guys, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to another video. In this one I'm just going to be showing you when to replace a worn chain on your bike. So let's go ahead, let's take a look. So when it comes to checking your chain for wear, you can get a couple of different types of devices for checking it. Obviously you've got more traditional type there. You can see with the wear indicators on it there. You can see that or not. See 1% there and 0.75, so you just turn it up a different way and drop it in for 0.75 and then the opposite way and it'll be 1. So just check it in the chain. Or you can get a version like this. This just happens to be a Park Tool CC2. And this is the same thing, got two pegs there sticking down. You just drop in between the rollers there. And then when it's in there you just push across like that, and then it's got the window in there that tells you. So you got 0.25, 0.5, 0.75 and then 1 like that. So that's how that one works. I'll just show you on a chain just so you can see it. So for instance here we have an 11 speed chain, so I just use the tool on here, we just drop that in position like that. Obviously it's on 0, that's on 1 there, percent. If you want it set on 0 like that, so you just drop that in and it fits in there as you can see. Then you just push across on that until you feel resistance on it, which is there. Now I'll just look down through that window at the top, the slit there, and just show you that. So as you can see there in the window, 0.5 on there. So that being that's 11 speed chain, then that needs replacing. So here we have a new 11 speed chain on here. So if I put this in, just drop that in, as you see, even though it's set 0, it'll be a dead tight fit in there, it won't just drop in at all. So you push it in like that, and when you move the lever over you won't be able to move it because it is brand new, it will show 0 on there and it fits snugly in there like that without pressing this at all, and it'd be a tight fit. So here's your more traditional type of chain checking tool. So you can just, obviously this one wouldn't be no good for 11 speed because it only does 0.75 to 1% on there. So you need one that does, if you're going to buy one like this tool, then you need one that will do 0.5%, otherwise it's no good for 11 speed or 12 speed. This will only be good for 10 speed and below, this type of tool. But all you do with these is you just drop them in like that and then put it up there, and obviously this is a new chain so it won't drop in at all, it will just sit there like that. If it was worn out, obviously that would drop right down flush with the chain. So I've got a couple of chains here. Now this is an 11 speed chain, this is a brand new piece of chain. So what you're looking for there is the roller itself and the rivet through the middle, is the movement backwards and forwards in that, so in and out, not side to side so much, but backwards and forwards. If you look very closely at that, I'll try and get it as best I can. You can't see, you can feel it ever so slightly, but you can't really see it moving on that one in the middle there. So that's a new piece of chain, 11 speed. You can't see any movement in that. So I'll get one that's worn, so 0.75, this is 0.75, this one, that's just as a comparison, same, again 11 speed chain. So if you're concentrating on that middle one there, you can see how much more movement is in that, and backwards and forwards you can see it moving. and that's just on one of the obviously rollers and the rivet. So that's just one. So by the time it's exaggerated on the whole, over the whole length of the chain, that movement there, backwards and forwards, rocking backwards and forwards, that's why when you got a chain that's badly worn or worn past its limit, then all it's doing is ruining your rear cassette and your chain rings. That's why you've got to replace them when they're at their limit, or before preferably, before they get too bad. Like I say, this one's 0.75 worn, so it's over the acceptable limit for 11-speed chain, but you can see there how much movement is in that. I'll get the other one again just to show you. That's a new one. There's hardly any side to side movement in it, and backwards and forwards there is, you can't barely see it compared to the other one. So we've got two 11-speed chains here, both identical chains. One of them's brand new and one of them's 0.5 used, so it basically needs changing. They're both lined up at the end here, as you can see, and I'll go to the other end and just show you. So if you go along, you can see there how much the one on the right is out by the time it gets to this end. So it's exaggerated the wear on it, so it's now that slightly bit longer than it should be. So you'd be cutting it on this one here, but if you look how much it's, say, as they call it, stretched, but it hasn't really, it's just because it's worn. You see there how much extra is gained on the length of the chain. So I'll just jot down when you should replace your chain depending on what speed it is. So we start off with, if it's 1% on your gauge, that'll be for when it gets to 1% worn, then that'll be for single speed or 2-speed or single speed, so say like a BMX even, then 1% worn, replace the chain. If it's 0.75%, that would be anything, so that would be anything up to 10 speed, so that'll be 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 speed. To replace it when it gets to 0.75, and you got 0.5, that'll be anything, so that'll be 10, 11 and 12 speed. So as soon as it gets to 0.5 on your gauge, then you would be replacing the chain. So that's just a rough guide for you there, so as you can see it. So I hope you found the video helpful. If you did, remember to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel for more cycle related content. Till next one, ride safe and I'll see you then.